So, we have a very huge TBR for February. So, let's get into it. Hello, everyone. So, welcome to another Alice Reads vlog. We are lipsticking today. Unusual, I know. I don't usually wear makeup, but we're trying something new. Alright. So, this month, I know it's the shortest month of the year, but here we are doing 2 reading challenges and adding in 3 books for regular TBR. Am I crazy? Probably. Will I still read these? Who knows? Okay, who knows? So this month, I have decided to do Thrawn by Becca in the Books, and I'll go ahead and link her video down below. I am using her latest one, which was the Halloween one. So I'll pop up that board right here. So your girl started with 4 rolls instead of 5, and we ended up with, I'm thinking, I'm just gonna get 4. What are the chances of getting doubles in 4 rolls? Apparently quite a lot, because we ended up getting 7. So we got basically 3 doubles. So not only do I have 7 books that were on the Book-a-thon, I also have 5 books off of the Year Faves, which granted, 2 of those I had an audiobook. Okay. And then I have my regular TBR, which one of them probably isn't going to get done because I had it for the month, but then, I had it, and then I lost it on the 8th of February, and it is currently the 13th. So I wasn't able to finish it, and Libby has a 6-week hold on it, so we probably won't be getting to that one in February, so I'm probably not even going to mention it, but, so in total we had 15 books. Did I set myself up for failure? Oh, absolutely. But, we do that here. This is the Chaos City. So, let's go ahead and talk about them. So, starting with Book-a-thon, I started off with 4 rolls. My first roll was Pinnacle, and it's summon a new favorite book, read a 5-star prediction. And for this one, I'm going off of my prediction, not off of like other booktubers and other tubers. And last year I read 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher, and I want to read more of his work. So we picked up, can't really see it on the screen, but it is What Light by Jay Asher. And this one it is a Christmas story, but you know, we're still in winter here, so we're gonna go with the winter vibes. Okay, that's just how it is. Now this is on the shorter side. This is my shortest book, physical book that I have this month, and it is about 251 pages. And I'm just gonna read this little blurb. It says, "Comes a romance that will break your heart, but soon have you believing in love again." Because we're not about to read that whole synopsis, okay? But that is the first book. And then we rolled again and had a mood read. Now, the mood read space is obviously what it's whatever you're feeling like reading. So, we went with Hush by Dylan Farrow. Or Farrow. Farrow's probably right. But Hush by Dylan Farrow. I've actually read about 28 pages into this. Basically, it's about how certain stories and rights of literature can, and to them, they believe that it can cause something a blight. But here they call it the blot. So it's kind of like a plague that ravages the person and kills them eventually after agonizing pain. So cheery read, but that's where we're at. And I am enjoying it so far, but I'll give you the full deets on the wrap. The next one was I rolled again and got highest rated, which is in the Goodreads want to read section. So the highest book that I could get my hands on from the library was Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune. This one I know is about a man who dies and realizes that his life was, to him, it was, he finds out that his life wasn't very fulfilling. And at his funeral, not many people show up. His wife acts like she didn't really care. And you just, it's a pretty emotional read from what I'm gathering. So, pretty excited to dive into this one this month. And then the next book is, the next space that I landed on was Present, which is read a book you want to read right now. And because I was at the library when I got those, I got The Reader of Sea of Ink and Gold. Now, this one is pretty interesting so far. So basically, in this world, books are pretty much banned. They are thoughts of evil. If they find you with a book, you will be basically executed. So, cheery place. Also, I'm figuring out a theme here with ink, okay? But we are about 18, I want to say 13 pages into that book. And I want to read more, so we're going to read more. The next space was I landed on Bonfire, which is read a book you are thinking of unhauling, or a book you are interested in but not sure if you will like it. Now, I chose this book because me and mermaid kind of stories just really don't click. But we're gonna try Wake by Amanda Hocking. I think I had this on my TBR last April, but we're gonna try, because I didn't get to it. So we're gonna try it again, and hopefully it's better. And then the next two are audiobooks. When I rolled again, I landed on a bone color cover, which I ended up picking Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. And if you look at this, I'll put the picture of the audio right here, but it has some bone color in it, so that's why I chose it. That, and I've been wanting to read it. And I already have the audiobook on the visa. And then the next one is Mood Read. And we chose American Gods by Neil Gaiman. I have heard mixed feelings about this book, but I want to go in and listen to it myself and figure out whether I like it or not. So that brings us to the Year of Faves challenges, which the first book was, according to the Year of Faves, it was supposed to be read in January, but it was more of a carryover from January, which is Thrawn by Timothy Zahn, and this is more of a military, tactical kind of read. It goes into the life of Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now, this talks about his beginning in the Empire and people that he met along the way that kind of led to his beginning and becoming Grand Admiral. It is very good. I read it and I started it a little bit before January ended, and then kind of went through a little reading slump, and then I just finished it on the 8th. So all in all, it was pretty good. But I will talk more about it in the wrap up, so don't think that's like this is the last time I'm gonna hear about it. The next book in the Year of Faves is Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I have been wanting to read an Emily Henry book because I want to know if she's a good author for me. So we're gonna dive in to Emily Henry Book Lovers. From what I can tell by the little bit I did end up reading about 28 pages of this book, I think, and that was the first prologue and chapter 1. And what I'm getting is I want to say she's more of a literary agent. She is more of the unwanted girlfriend in small town romance books. Like, she feels like that's who she is and where she fits into the world, basically. She feels like she's the one that's always going to get dumped, basically. And she ends up meeting this really cold, standoffish Anderson. I forgot his actual title, but I know his name is Charles, I think, and it's starting to get pretty good. Obviously, I'm just reading the introduction right now, so we don't really get more into it, but I am liking it so far. Am I invested in it yet? No. But we will see if I can get invested in it more as we continue on. So the next book in the year of faves is The Viscount Who Loved Me. And that is by Julia Quinn. I'll put that picture up here. This has been on my TBR multiple times throughout this entire process. And I'm sorry if you hear a cat meowing. There's nothing I can do about that. Absolutely nothing. Sorry. But this book has been on my TBR multiple times, and I've been trying to read it, don't get it in. I finally got the audiobook on Libby, so we're gonna crunch through this month. Because I read The Duke and I, last year. Actually, I read that in 2023 when I got back into reading, so I don't know why it took me a year and some change to pick up The Viscount Who Loved Me, because I had the second book in my room. But I just, audiobooks are just my love right now. I don't get it. I don't, but they are. And then the next book on the year of faves, which I already finished, is Divine Rivals. Yeah, I put DV here, but I know it's Divine Rivals because I just finished it. But how do I put this? Divine Rivals is take World War II, throw in a fantasy god aspect with news reporting and basically a Romeo and Juliet situation without the ending. Does that make sense? I hope so, because that's what got me, and I read that, like, I listened to that all in one day. So and that's by Rebecca Ross. And then we have the next book in the year of faves, which is Not the Witch You Wed by, is that April Asher? I feel like that's who that is. Yes, it's by April Asher. Okay. This book had me from, let me tell you which chapter it started on. Chapter 9. After chapter 9 of this book, I became seriously invested, and I ended up listening to it all in one day. So I started it at like 5 p.m. that night, picked it back up at 1, and then I ended up crunching it all out that night and finished at like 5, I want to say. No, I finished at 4 o'clock in the morning. Do I have a problem? Maybe, but I listened to books on 3.3. Well, this site you can listen to them on 3.5 speed. Hallelujah. But it was really good. I enjoyed it very much so. So that one was done. And then on my regular standard TBR, we have The Network Effect by Martha Wells. Network Effect by Martha Wells. This one was, it was just great. It was great. Great. I listened to the audiobook, so This is part of the Murderbot series, and the first book in this series is All Systems Red. And it was just really amazing. But I'll discuss that more in the wrap up, but it's really good. And then back to the books. The next one, which I am very excited about. I just got the audiobook for this one, and it is A Dark and Secret Magic by Wallis, Kinney. I am so happy about having this book on my TBR. I know it's more of a fall vibes kind of read, but we're gonna read it in February. And everybody else is gonna have to deal with it. It's just how it is. So we're gonna read that. And I'm so excited. I got this in audiobook form, so I'm gonna listen to it and just be happy and smile the whole time. Okay, so those are all the books that are for February, and I will put a list here, and I will also see if I can find links to them, and I'll put them in the description box below. If not, I will list them down below. If I can't find the links for them on Amazon, I will still link them, like list the book names and authors down below. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this TBR update for February and bringing it in for a hug. And I will see you guys in the next video, which will be probably recording right after this one.